In the fall of 1996, Joel Ward was a marketing and management student at a northern Minnesota university. A few years earlier, he and his girlfriend had purchased a small dog, a bichon frise they thought looked like a dust mop. So they named him Dusty.
He was my buddy. He went everywhere with me. He's a lap dog, and he snuggles, and he's a really good companion.
One night in October, Joel made one of the luckiest decisions of his life. He decided to take Dusty on a road trip up north.
My dad had had a heart attack, and he was closing up the cabin, and I decided that I was going to go up and help him out because I had the next day off of school.
Be safe.
I will. Take care.
When we drive someplace, Dusty always sat in the back window. He's a real small dog, so he sits back there, and he gets a good view of everything.
Joel's trip would take him into one of the least populated areas of the country, a wooded wilderness near the Canadian border.
The Tomahawk Trail is very deserted. There's no houses back there. There's no people. It's very seldom driven at night.
But the back road would shave several hours off his driving time, so Joel took it.
It must have been about 10:30 at night. It was raining. It was very cold out. It might have even been getting that time of the year with a little bit of slush on the roads. I was driving too fast. When I came around the corner, I took the corner too wide, and I tried to counter steer, but it just kept sliding on the gravel.
Joel's car skidded off the road and rolled down an embankment into a rocky gully. The force of the impact knocked him unconscious.
I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and I woke up in the back seat on the passenger side. I was in real bad shape. I couldn't do anything because I had hurt my neck.
Dusty!
Dusty had been thrown from the vehicle unharmed.
Dusty!
It was pretty cold out, and I was starting to get a bad chill, and I had no jacket on, just a t-shirt.
The temperature was hovering around freezing. Joel would never be able to survive the night. He could barely move, and even if someone drove by, Joel's car could not be seen from the road. There was only one hope, Dusty. But what could a 10-pound dog do in the middle of the wilderness?
Dusty!
I could see him out the front window, and I yelled for him.
Come on.
And he wouldn't come down to the car.
Dusty! Dusty!
Well, I thought I was going to die out there.
Come on.
I had a lot of difficulty breathing. Chills were setting in from hyperthermia. It was a real nasty situation.
Dusty!
Joel continued to call for Dusty, but the dog refused to obey. Instead, he positioned himself on the side of the road, waiting for someone, anyone, to drive down the remote Tomahawk Trail.
We go through that road in the daytime and usually not in the nighttime.
Why are we coming this way? We never go this way.
Mary and Jewel Foster were on their way home from a day trip.
Normally we probably would have went around the other way because it's a road where there's not a lot of traffic.
What is that, honey?
That's a dog, Mary. What's a dog like that doing out here in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night?
I don't know, but something's
It
wrong
was
with the skid
kind of
marks
like
across the
dancing,
road.
fluttering. He was trying to stop us. I automatically thought there was something wrong because there's not no dog out in the woods, not there, because you're in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, honey, look. There's skid marks.
Yeah. There's somebody's had
They're
a
all the way
wreck.
across. They go over there.
Yeah,
They go
well,
up
that
the
little
road.
dog went in down here.
An impatient Dusty led the Fosters down the ravine to his master.
Get the doors open. Here he is. He's over here.
The people came down there and asked if I was all right, and I told them no.
My neck's hurt. Please help me.
Well, we couldn't get the door to open in the car.
I'll go get you some help.
Okay.
It was crowded in, rocks and stuff like that, and there was nothing we could do. It was dangerous just trying to walk over there.
So we turned around and went back. There's no phone service on that road, so you couldn't call 911 or nothing like that.
In a town several miles away, Mary and Jewel found help and led them back to where Joel had gone off the road.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna have to cut you out of the car, okay?
Firemen used the jaws of life to pry open the door of the car. Joel had been saved, but Dusty wasn't aware of that yet.
And they had pried the door open, and the dog jumped in on my lap. Now, the dog was sitting on my lap guarding me, and when they tried to give me some medical attention, the dog bit him. So he was trying to protect me. The only way that they could get the dog off me was to put great big fireman gloves on and reach in and grab him. Then the ambulance took me to the hospital. And the dog had to go to jail.
Dusty wasn't booked on any charges. She was just held in custody while Joel received medical attention.
I had CAT scan done and x-rays, and I was informed that I came very, very close to breaking my neck.
Miraculously, Joe escaped serious injury, and the next day he bailed out his best friend and miniature miracle worker.
My name is Joe Ward. I'm here to pick up my dog.
He's my hero. I believe that, for one thing, it's a miracle that he didn't get killed in the accident and that I didn't. And another thing is that I kept calling and calling, and the dog would not come down, which is very unusual for this dog because he listens very well. Otherwise, I believe that the people would have drove right past. You could not see the car from the road.
Why are we coming this way? We never go this way.
There probably would have been nobody coming through there for 4 more hours. We very seldom ourselves, once late at night, come through there because we know if something happens, there ain't gonna be nobody to help us. Why we did that night, I don't know.
I think it's a miracle that the dog was there to really get our attention. I really do believe the dog was trying to save its master's life.
I think he was out there knowing that he needed to do something because he loves me. He's man's best friend.